Hello. So, we're going to open this envelope that has questions that we wrote each other. And so, Erin asked me these questions, and then we're both going to answer them. And then on her channel, I asked her questions, and we're both going to answer them also on her channel. So, this is my very good envelope, and it has stickers on it. And so the stationery says, "It is so peaceful in the forest. The bear is under the tree. I love honey. This is important for you to know."
Crucial.
Okay, so these are the questions that Erin wrote for me. But we're both going to answer them. What would your perfect day look like? Okay, so in the morning, I will have a latte and water because hydration.
Absolutely.
And then I will go to ballet class early to start my day with some good exercise of my favorite thing. And then the rest of the day will be spent with mostly doing some sort of creative project, whether it's video or music, and preferably with other people, but I like to work by myself as well, so either or. And then maybe going for a walk out in nature, preferably in a forest. That would be a really good way to finish the day. Okay, what would your perfect day look like?
I think mine would probably be very similar to yours. I am very enchanted by the idea of a picnic. I think I would love to wake up very early, but naturally, not by an alarm. I would not be tired. I would just so happen to arise at about 5 a.m., see the sunrise, maybe pack up a picnic, and then maybe with my family or my best friend go and have a picnic somewhere. Like pack up a basket with all kinds of snacks and then go to like the beach or the park or the mountains, somewhere where we can enjoy the nature, lay out a blanket to sit on, eat the snacks and enjoy an amazing view of the water or flowers or wherever we are, and just have absolutely nothing to worry about for the entire day, but to just sit there and enjoy our picnic and talk and look at the view. So yeah, I think that would be my perfect day. A picnic, a very long picnic.
Eternal picnic.
Exactly.
What is a quality you like about yourself and a quality you dislike about yourself? Okay, so a quality I like about myself is my creativity. I think I always come up with a lot of ideas and I'd never get bored. Quality I dislike about myself is that I think I get too nervous. I get nervous a lot.
Yeah.
So I get like self-conscious about things that don't make sense. So I'm working on that.
Yeah. Mine is exactly the same. I really like that I can be very creative. I can be very intuitive about how to arrange a set, like which colors and which items are gonna look nice next to each other. And so I definitely like that I feel like I have some kind of natural artistic ability, but I can be so perfectionistic. I think we're exactly the same in that way, that no matter what I create, I look at it afterwards and I'm like, this is terrible. This is unusable. But then the more time that I spend with it and the more time that I look at it, I'm like, this is okay. I think actually maybe I did a good job. But sometimes I just can get so incredibly perfectionistic and so picky
That yourself.
that I could that I would rather not create anything at all than to create something that can't live up to the vision that I have in my head.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And like I get like that a lot.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
But it's so funny that, you know, people who are watching what you create, they don't have any kind of preconceived notions in their head of what it's going to look like. So no matter what you create, they're probably going to be like, yeah, this is okay, this is good. But when you're the one who's creating it and you have some kind of preconceived notion in your head of like absolute perfection, like this is how it's going to turn out, you can be so critical of it, and no matter what happens, you're like, oh, but what I had in mind was so much better.
Yeah.
You kind of forget that no matter what you create, people are going to appreciate it, because it's better than just nothing.
What traits do you value most in friends? Reliability, honesty, trust.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much like being true to what, oh wait, no, honoring what you say.
Mm-hmm.
So only speaking the truth. So if you say, I'm going to do this with you, or then do it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need anybody that's like, yeah, totally, I'm gonna do this with you, or I want to do this, and then they just don't show up, or they're just saying it to make me feel like being their friend, but then they don't actually do anything
Yeah.
that they say they are.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty much the same. Honesty is definitely very important. It's always amazing to have somebody in your life who you feel like you can rely on no matter what to tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I feel like that's kind of a rare thing to find. Somebody who is always going to be completely honest with you no matter what.
Yeah.
I definitely value somebody who has a sense of humor, because no matter what, things are going to go wrong. And rather than just being bitter and being like, oh no, it's better to just kind of be lighthearted about it and just be like, well, maybe this can be turned into something even better than it was meant to be. So I think that what I value most in a friend is somebody who is honest and flexible and
whimsical.
Exactly, yeah.
Or you could just go on in a spontaneous adventure.
Exactly, just
without,
very
like,
creative.
expectations.
And yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you can have one magical power, what would you want it to be?
It's a tricky question.
I answered this on a different thing recently.
Okay.
And I said force choke. Like
Force choke?
like Darth Vader.
Oh my gosh,
So,
that's
like-
dark.
So, but imagine, okay, so if like you could just put your hand like that and then the person gets choked.
Why would you want to be able to do that?
Listen, we live in an unsafe world.
So it's just like a self-defense mechanism?
Yeah.
Just to...
Like I'm learning how to fight, but I think force choke would be great.
I was totally expecting you to say something like so cutesy and whimsical, and you're just like badass, like, I'm gonna choke somebody. That's so funny. I think if I could have any kind of magical power, I think I would want to be able to control time.
Oh,
I think
that's cool.
Yeah, I would like to be able to pause time and just enjoy a moment, or rewind or fast
But
forward.
like the theories are that can mess up like the entire universe and stuff.
This is
And then you'd be responsible. And then what?
That's a good point.
I'm
Yeah.
discussing with you.
No, but you know, you're so right. That's so true. That like, there's so many things that happen in your life that you can be like, oh, that was a bad thing. But
Like if you go into the past and then you change like a tiny detail, it could change the
it can change
entire
everything.
future.
The butterfly effect, isn't that what that's called?
I don't remember, but isn't there's an entire movie about that, or like
Yeah.
several.
Mm-hmm.
That's a concept.
That's crazy.
Okay. What is a memory that makes you smile? So when okay, so my first time at the Pacific Ocean, as there was just nobody around except for me and the person I love most, and I just felt like a little kid just playing in the water.
I think mine would probably be at this botanical garden that's not too far from where I live that has all of these amazing, colorful flowers, and it has a koi pond. There's all of these like shimmery fish floating around. And I visited that with my mom a few times. We like to go there whenever we feel like we kind of need to unwind and relax a little bit. So we go to this garden and we look at all of the beautiful, colorful flowers and the shimmering koi in the pond. And there's a view of the ocean.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
That
there's...
sounds beautiful.
It's glittering and it is endless. And it's just this amazing blue expanse that you can gaze upon. And we like to go there, I'd say every few months, just kind of whenever we feel like we need to decompress. So that's kind of a few different memories, just every few months whenever we feel like we... Yeah,
That's
exactly,
cool.
yeah. And we usually like to, get brunch, have a nice little meal at a little cafe and then head over to that garden and just admire nature.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, hello everybody. So I hope you enjoyed the first half of this questions video. Make sure you watch the other half on Erin's channel, Goodnight Moon. She's such a sweet person and so much fun to work with. I had an incredible time with her for the 3 days that we got to spend together working on some new videos. So those will be coming in the near future, but yeah, they're in the works. And then so anyway, I will leave a link to the other video in the description, and I'll see you soon.